Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Today, I am repotting a couple of plants. I believe this is a Kimberly Queen fern. I am not sure. I picked it up on clearance several years ago, and there was no tag. Slowly, I am trying to purchase some pots from Unique Stone or even I think it's Companion International. These resin pots that I purchased, and all the resin pots that I've ever purchased are from Costco and Sam's. They no longer carry pots like this. They're a little bit more modern looking, and I like ones that look a little bit more like an urn or something like this. I ordered a couple pieces from Unique Stone through the French Bean Nursery up in Linden, just above Modesto, back in October. And they just came in a few weeks ago. It takes many months for these pots to come from Unique Stone. And I think that's because are they coming from Georgia? I'm not sure. But next month, she'll be putting in another order. Her name is Michelle. Her and her husband own the nursery, the French Bean Nursery up in Linden. And I'll probably place another order at that time. Those pots will not, or anything that you order from Unique Stone, will not come in until next May, even though she's putting in the order in August. I ordered I believe it's the 16 or the 18 and the 21 inch. I'll make sure I post a photo. There's 4 sizes, and I ordered the 2 middle pots. I'm gonna repot a ivy topiary as soon as I'm done with the fern up front in our front porch. And I also ordered, I believe it's the Cheshire bench. It's the miniature straight bench, and we have that placed out front as well. These resin pots, although I love them, and they have lasted for many, many years, they're beginning to show their age and they're beginning to crack. And a lot of that could have to do with just because we live somewhere where the summers are super extreme. And you'll notice a lot of these tips are burned. If you glance over here where the Dracaena is, we're early morning, and this has never sat, the Dracaena's never sat here before. I've always had the Dracaena at the opposite end of our patio, and it would receive afternoon sun. And you can see that the ends would burn on here as well. And so right here, so if it's gonna get any kind of sun, I think it would prefer the morning sun. And then this is the little update I have on the little one that I had cut from the branches years ago. This fern was sitting here, and just because it's so warm here, I think that's why the tips were burning. And so I thought this little alcove between this swing and the bench would be a perfect place for it. In the winter, that's a perfect spot because it gets early morning sun, and our mornings can consistently start out in the low 30s. And so having that warmth sun here in the winter, that works perfect. But in the summer, I think this is a better spot for it. I ordered some of these rubber pot feet, and I think you can get them in different heights and widths. And I already placed it underneath the pot. And then if you want to come on in, I placed a big piece of screen at the bottom because these holes are rather large, which is good because you want good drainage. But I don't want the soil to drain out onto the patio. So these are the pot feet. That's what they look like. And they're real super sturdy. This is the first time I've ever used them, and so we'll see how they work. I'm gonna put them on a few of my pots to elevate them and let them drain a little bit better. I also fertilized my ferns with fish fertilizer, but right now I'm gonna hold off on that because it's been a while since I've done it, but because we've been in the hundreds, I would prefer to wait until we are past the 110 mark. It's supposed to be anything from 104 to 110 for the next foreseeable future. So I'm gonna hold off on giving it fish fertilizer, but I will put some biotone in with the soil as I transplant it. What do you guys think? I love it. I love how it looks in the pot. The other pot worked just fine, but it was a little high, and I kind of wanted it right here between the swing and the bench. It's not too much that it doesn't crowd the swing and it doesn't crowd the bench. And I did give it a couple gallons of water just to let the soil settle, and then I'll come in and I'll water it much more just because we are heading into some really, really hot temperatures. I think next week it said it's going to be 109, 110, with our morning lows in the 80s. So anyway, I like how it looks, and hopefully throughout the years I can add a few more pots. I have my eyes on a couple of urns that are just absolutely beautiful. They're a little bit more shallow and sit a little bit lower. I'd like to put those over by the bench we have over here. But for now, this works out really, really nice. So let's go plant the ivy, the topiary ivy. Later this evening at dusk, I'll make sure that I get a photo of what it looks like all lit up. They're on a timer right now. My English ivies, surprisingly, I have better luck personally with them outside than I do inside, even though our temperatures are really, really hot during the summer. Now, I do keep them in the shade. If they get any sun, they would be only getting morning sun. I have a few in the back that are like that. But it seems like the ones that I have inside, I'm always fighting to keep them well watered, whereas out here, they just seem to thrive a little bit more. This ivy, oh, come on, you can come on out. This ivy I have had probably 30 years. And if we look real close, which we don't want to do that, the branches are super thick. I brought this when we moved here from Ventura County, and it came, the form I bought as a 3-pack from Costco, and the other two I'll show you when we walk a little bit forward. And I think they're like a wrought iron. They're very heavy duty, and I've never seen anything like that sold there since. I think I actually purchased them when it was Price Club, before they changed their name to Costco. I've had this for 30 years, and she's done very, very well, even though she has incandescent lights on them for a good portion of every night. But they'll come on around dusk, and then they'll turn off right around daybreak. And let me show you the other two that I have, because I bought them as a 3-pack in 3 different sizes. Don't mind my dirty patio. I haven't taken stuff down from 4th of July yet. I need to do that. But these are the other 2 sizes. And these, when I purchased these forms, I had only used this one, and I had these bundled up in the garage, and I had not used them until we moved here. And I think a couple of times I have had to replace the ivy, and I just get a small little ivy plant for $5. I put it at the bottom, and before you know it, it grows up and covers it. And during the different seasons, come fall, I'll probably keep the white lights on there, but I'll add some amber ones. Sometimes during Christmas, I'll always have the white lights, but I'll add some colored lights on there as well. But these have been here forever. And if we ever move, they're coming with me. Let me show you the bench that we bought. This is the Cheshire bench, and it's the more petite one. Last October, when I ordered the pots, I did order this bench because I was thinking of putting it underneath the podocarpus tree where I have that brand new flower bed. And it was already on order, and I put my deposit down, and we were at Willow Gardens this was a few weeks after I had ordered this. I had found one not made out of stone, but I went ahead and picked it up because it was very, very affordable. I was not going to cancel this order. So when the order came in, I kept asking my husband, I don't know where to put the bench. I don't know what to do with it. I want it in an area where I would enjoy sitting. I don't want it in the sun. And he's the one that thought of this. And we haven't leveled it completely. I like it here underneath the Japanese maple versus inside the patio area. We were thinking of doing that because so many times Chief and I will come out here if we know that one of our boys is coming home, or if I'm expecting my husband coming back, and Chief will come out here and we'll sit here, and this maple tree is so massive. It's probably at least 40 years old, and it's just so nice to have a place to sit down. And it's kind of a bit inconspicuous. You don't really realize it's here unless you're really looking, at our front porch patio area. But I love it, and I'm so glad that I didn't cancel it and I kept the order because now I maybe might want to get another one and put it somewhere else under the shade. One last thing I want to show you is an update on our pink Jasmine Espalier, and that's in our back garden. We planted this pink Jasmine Espalier just this past April. I didn't film it, but I remember talking about it during our May backyard garden tour back in May. And during that time at the tour, I said, hopefully by fall, it will have grown a few squares up, and I'll make sure that I put a photo of what it looked like when we first planted it. This side is growing quicker than this side. However, if you look closely, all but just a couple of pieces of the wire are almost nearly covered. And I'm actually just so surprised that it grew so quick. Evidently, I underestimated how quick it would grow, and I'm so happy with it. I have wanted one of these forever. I think I saw one in a magazine probably 30 years ago when we used to live down in Ventura, and I just thought it would be so beautiful against a wall, and we've just never done it. Hopefully, next spring, this will be full of pink jasmine. But I just wanted to show you just how quickly, here we are the end of July, and how much it's grown and filled in the whole entire back wall. And I just think it's going to be such a pretty addition to the garden. You can see I haven't finished pruning all of my hydrangeas. I need to do that this week. For me, I like to prune all my macrophylla hydrangeas no later than the end of July. And then one last thing, this is the Torrenia plant. I'll make sure I put the right name, from Proven Winners, that has been in this basket now for well over a year. I thought it was an annual, but it did come back, and I probably should add some soil to it, but it sits under here, and you can see the filtered sun that it gets here in the morning. And then after that, it's in the shade the entire time. From my understanding, I think they can take full sun, but this, and I've never put it in the ground, but this one I've had in this basket well over a year, and it's just doing awesome. And I think somewhere back here I have some random nemesia that's in here too. And this, don't mind my dahlias that I need to get in the ground. I need to deadhead them and get them in the ground. But it's once it hits the hundreds, if I'm not out here early by 6 a.m., I just don't really want to plant much. But I just wanted to show you what this flower bed looked like as opposed to when we planted it up a few months ago. And then this is the bench that we picked up at Willow Gardens. And I want to say, I think I paid around $50 for it, approximately. And I love this little area right here. I did not even know, I think at the time, what color impatiens that I planted, and I'm not super into red, and this one's full of red and coral, but for some reason it works, and I'm really enjoying this whole area, and it has performed wonderful. I do come in most of the time once a week, sometimes twice a week with fertilizer, and I will come through here and fertilize the impatiens. But this area has performed it's performed beyond my expectations. With August approaching quickly here in just a few days, many of you who live where your summers aren't quite so extreme are going to be ending summer. For us, we'll probably run the air conditioner well through October, at least the first couple of weeks, unless we surprisingly cool off way before then. Because of that heat, I probably won't be doing very much planting, but we do have some exciting things that I want to place in our garden, and I can't wait to share what those are come fall. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.